Rachel and I are going to the Louvre today, which is very exciting because I don't think she's been in a really long time. I haven't been since
This week, a 15-second video clip with no background or message shook the entire theatrical industry. It showed nothing more than a spotlight on a dimly lit stage and a vocalist performing "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." The internet immediately became obsessed with the clip when it was revealed that Rachel Zegler would not be the lead in the new Evita production. What began as a grainy rehearsal video quickly turned into one of the biggest mysteries on social media. Fans dissected every frame, pausing, zooming in, and analyzing posture, stage presence, and vocal tone. The consensus was clear. The woman in the spotlight wasn't Rachel Zegler. Many believed she was someone else entirely, someone who might even be better suited for the role. What made the situation even stranger was the complete silence from official channels. Rachel didn't deny anything, the production team offered no clarification, and no one confirmed who was actually singing in the clip or why the original lead was suddenly absent. Online sleuths speculated that the mystery performer was Camila Delgado, a classically trained Argentine stage actress known for opera and musical theater, with a reputation for raw, grounded performances. Unlike Zegler, who is a Hollywood name and social media fixture, Delgado is rooted in Argentinian regional productions. Some fans claim she played Maria in a 2019 university production of West Side Story, ironically the same role that launched Zegler's career. Rachel's unusual disappearance from social media only fueled the rumors. Normally active online, she suddenly went silent, even removing Evita content from her bio and archiving rehearsal clips. One of her last posts, a black and white photo of an empty stage captioned, "Sometimes silence is the strongest sound," is now being interpreted as foreshadowing. Fans compared this with Delgado's authenticity, noting that as an Argentine, she naturally embodies the cultural significance of Eva Perón in a way Zegler never could. One viral comment summed it up: "She doesn't act like she's Eva. She just is." Industry whispers suggest tensions had been building behind the scenes, with reports of creative disagreements between Zegler and the production team. Some unconfirmed accounts even describe a heated incident during rehearsals involving props being thrown and voices raised. Complicating matters further, Rachel has faced difficulties before, most notably during her controversial Snow White press tour, where her remarks about the original animated film alienated a loyal fanbase. More digital breadcrumbs soon appeared. Leaked call sheets showed Rachel's name missing, replaced by the initials CD, written in blue ink, believed to stand for Camila Delgado. In the viral rehearsal clip, someone can even be heard off camera saying, "CA, go again from the top," suggesting a first-name familiarity. A since-deleted Reddit post from an alleged wardrobe insider added to the speculation, claiming Rachel's costume fittings were abruptly cancelled and replaced with measurements for a shorter actress with a smaller frame, matching Delgado's profile. This has led many to suspect Delgado has already signed a short-term deal, perhaps to test audience reactions in preview shows. For Zegler, this wouldn't be the first PR crisis. During her Snow White promotion, her dismissive comments about the prince character and the original film sparked heavy backlash, and Disney's handling of the controversy was notably passive. Instead of defending her or launching a joint response, the studio quietly distanced itself, what insiders call a soft cut. The same playbook may be unfolding with Evita, a slow, silent transition rather than a public dismissal. What's most fascinating is that fans seem thrilled by the possibility of Delgado stepping in. Her grounded delivery, authentic roots, and commanding stage presence have already won over audiences online. Whether deliberate strategy or chaotic fallout, the silence surrounding the casting has only amplified the intrigue, leaving theatergoers more eager than ever to see who will ultimately stand in the spotlight as Eva Perón. Theatergoers, who are famously exacting when it comes to casting choices, reacted with surprising enthusiasm when the mystery woman in the rehearsal clip first appeared. Within hours of the footage surfacing, social media platforms were flooded with reactions describing her performance as magnetic, commanding, and far more compelling than anyone expected. Some went so far as to call her 10 times better than Rachel Zegler, the actress originally billed for the part. Content creators quickly joined in, comparing Camila Delgado's delivery with archived clips of Zegler, and the differences were striking. Zegler's style was described as focused on volume and technical polish, while Delgado brought restraint, authenticity, and an emotional gravity that felt lived in rather than performed. One respected UK theatre blogger captured the sentiment perfectly, writing, "This is what Eva Perón should sound like, grounded, mature, and steeped in real experience." What makes the audience's response so fascinating is that it wasn't rooted in schadenfreude or the desire to see Zegler fail. Instead, it came from a genuine sense of discovery. Viewers weren't just comparing actresses, they were seeing the possibility of a richer, more authentic production than what had originally been promised. For a story as culturally significant as Evita, that authenticity matters deeply. Delgado's interpretation seemed to embody Eva not as a character being performed, but as a presence fully realized on stage. That kind of difference doesn't just change a performance, it reshapes the entire production's potential. Yet beneath the excitement, a far more complicated reality may be unfolding. Insiders in the entertainment industry suggest that Zegler's team and the production company are engaged in sensitive negotiations, possibly even preparing for legal disputes over wrongful termination. If Zegler was dismissed while still under a binding contract, the producers could face significant legal exposure, particularly if proper procedures weren't followed. Questions linger. Were there documented warnings? Was there a breach of contract? Or did tensions behind the scenes escalate too quickly for formal steps to be taken? These unanswered questions explain why official silence has been so deafening. For young stars like Zegler, who rocketed to fame in record time after West Side Story, the stakes are even higher. Talent may secure the role, but long-term reputation is what sustains a career. If reports of challenging behavior are substantiated, this episode could cast a shadow over her future casting opportunities in both film and theater. The production, meanwhile, faces its own balancing act. Theater is built not only on artistry but on marketing, and the sudden absence of a promoted lead creates a thorny problem. How do you convince audiences to buy tickets when your marquee star has quietly vanished? How do you celebrate a new lead without publicly acknowledging the replacement? These challenges call for carefully designed PR strategies that tread the line between maintaining audience interest and avoiding legal pitfalls.
Hi. Oh god, my phone's falling. I had the best day. Just the best. Nico?
What makes the possible Delgado takeover so riveting is how it reflects the theater industry's evolving response to public controversies in the social media age. Rather than announcing official statements or holding press conferences, productions now often lean on strategic silence, letting the online conversation do the work. This creates a liminal space where nothing is confirmed but everything is understood, producing organic buzz without escalating disputes. The effect is almost theatrical in itself. Audiences become detectives, piecing together clues from call sheets, deleted Instagram posts, and offhand rehearsal audio, all while the official record remains spotless. If Delgado truly has stepped into the role, the opportunity is both extraordinary and daunting. Taking over mid-production is already one of the most difficult challenges for any actor, requiring them to adapt quickly to a show's rhythm and creative direction. But stepping in under the weight of viral speculation makes it an even greater trial. She is not only inheriting Eva Perón, she is inheriting an entire narrative that fans have already built around her. Authenticity, redemption, and cultural legitimacy. The spotlight is no longer just about the character. It's about representing a shift in theatrical casting itself. Delgado's classical training, coupled with her Argentinian heritage, positions her as a performer whose casting could be seen as both artistically faithful and socially resonant. Critics and audiences alike may view this as a correction, an overdue alignment between role and performer that honors the story's cultural roots. Reports indicate that director James Lloyd is already considering transferring Evita from its London run to Broadway, which makes this casting choice all the more significant. For a production of this scale, the lead is not just a performer, but the face of the entire enterprise. If Delgado succeeds, the payoff could be enormous, propelling her from relative obscurity into international recognition almost overnight. Yet this meteoric rise would come with its own pressures, echoing the path Zegler herself took after West Side Story. The difference lies in how each performer embodies the moment. Zegler as a breakout Hollywood name thrust suddenly into the spotlight, and Delgado as a seasoned, though under the radar, artist whose moment may have arrived precisely because audiences are hungry for authenticity over celebrity. The broader implications of this unfolding drama reach beyond one production. Theater communities worldwide have been engaged in ongoing debates about authenticity in casting, particularly when roles are tied to specific cultural or national identities. Audiences are increasingly unwilling to accept performances that feel disconnected from the lived experiences behind the characters. Delgado's sudden emergence as Eva Perón may represent more than just a casting change. It could mark a turning point in how productions approach representation and legitimacy. For many, the idea that Eva Perón, an icon in Argentine history, should be played by someone who shares that heritage feels not only appropriate but necessary. Ultimately, what began as a grainy rehearsal clip has grown into a cultural moment that reflects the evolving relationship between audiences, performers, and producers. It shows how fragile stardom can be, how swiftly public opinion can shift, and how a single casting decision can ignite broader conversations about art, identity, and authenticity. Whether Rachel Zegler's silence is the prelude to a legal battle, or whether Camila Delgado's quiet entrance becomes the dawn of a new star, the world of Evita has once again proven that theater's greatest drama often unfolds not just on stage, but behind the curtain. Eva Perón remains a towering figure in Argentine history, complicated, contentious, and polarizing, yet undeniably influential. Her image carries immense cultural weight, which makes the role of Eva in Evita more than just another part in a musical. It is a responsibility, almost a cultural inheritance, and the audience's favorable response to Camila Delgado reveals just how much value modern theatergoers place on authenticity and representation. Increasingly, audiences want performers who can embody a role not just technically but truthfully, with cultural and emotional credibility that goes beyond performance. From a career management perspective, this moment is telling. Industry experts often caution young actors not to chase early fame too aggressively, but instead to focus on cultivating their craft, building genuine relationships, and developing reputations for professionalism and dependability. A breakout success may open doors, but sustaining a career requires resilience, humility, and careful decision-making. The Evita controversy illustrates this clearly. Rachel Zegler's meteoric rise brought her fame almost overnight, but navigating the transition from breakthrough success to long-term stability has proven far more complex. For the production itself, the challenge now lies in how to move forward. Will they eventually acknowledge the casting change in a formal announcement, or will opening night simply arrive with Delgado in the spotlight, as though she was always intended to be there? Will the posters and promotional material be quietly altered, or will they remain in this strange limbo of unofficial transition? Theater is, at its heart, a deeply collaborative art form, and professionalism often carries as much weight as talent. Productions rely on harmony and consistency within their ensembles, and when a lead actor's presence disrupts that balance, the consequences ripple outward. Every choice the producers make now comes with trade-offs, not just for the show's reputation but for the careers of the actors involved. Yet this story also highlights a bigger shift that has been taking place for decades: the redistribution of power between traditional media gatekeepers and audiences themselves. Once, casting changes were carefully unveiled through polished press releases, staged interviews, and glossy magazine features. Today, a blurry 15-second rehearsal clip can ignite a firestorm of speculation and analysis that no PR rollout could replicate. Whatever happens next, the Evita situation has already become a fascinating case study in how the industry handles casting controversies in the social media era. Audiences are no longer passive recipients of announcements. They are active participants, dissecting every detail, investigating leads, and constructing narratives of their own. In fact, the collective detective work of theater fans has generated more authentic engagement than any formal statement could hope to achieve. In this way, the boundary between theater and reality continues to blur. Before the curtain has even risen on this new production, the audience is already captivated, deeply invested in a backstage drama that may prove as unforgettable as the story playing out on stage.